David Aldridge.
And we know these two teams have some history between them. Should make for a fun contest.
Yeah, it's a game both teams get up for, regardless of recent records.
To the middle. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. The three. A shot off that time. And here is McDaniel. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And it's Morant missing. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Porter, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Yeah, Morant uses his incredible body control to work through that contact.
That's short off the rim.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Pass to Durant. Here's Edey. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And you know the points always do there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
And that one goes out of bounds. Pass touched by Gilgeous-Alexander. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. After Memphis gets the three. Pass to McDaniels. Looking to end the run. Peterson grabs the miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Memphis leading by 7. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Now into the line.
Here's Christie. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert with it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Gobert. Now McDaniels. Shot clock at 5. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. A three-pointer, no good.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
Durant down low. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. 1:11 left in the first quarter. Good, nice job down low.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Offensive rebound. Edey. Off target at the rim. The Grizzlies pull it in. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Grant. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push. Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Right back after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Memphis shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Pass to Christie. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Peterson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Christie can't make it. Now Dillingham. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Misses from short range. Memphis leading by 10. From downtown, they grab their own miss. Out to the right wing. Shoots the 3. Peterson misses.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Well, Reed really gets after it on defense. He's a big man that loves coming up with blocks.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Here's Christie. And another miss by Memphis.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Here's Peterson. Can't hit from in close. Here's Dillingham. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
Well, good recognition there from Reed to realize that his best decision was to move the ball.
Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Strong finish by KD.
He's just too long and lanky. Durant can go through you or around on the inside.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Kevin Durant.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the
First free throw is good. The Grizzlies making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Morant with it. He's got 6. Pass to Christie. And here's Jackson. Fires for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Here's Dillingham. Up and in on the layup. Dillingham's got 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Durant. Up top, Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
To the inside. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Memphis leading by 8. Beyond the arc. Score the basket is third after 5 shots.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And here's Gilgeous Alexander outside. Pass to Porter. Lets it go from deep. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, good for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And it's Morant missing.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
First personal foul. 3rd team foul.
The visitors with the ball. Trailing here by 8. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
And overall, very cold from the outside throughout this first half.
Oubre outside. Pass to Morant. Here's Peterson. 1 second left. It's deflected. And so it's Memphis in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, "My potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by." Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the score by Memphis. Edey with the rebound. Memphis leading by 8. Pass to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
inside. Porzingis with the steal. Outside Durant. Using his length inside. Durant.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to health. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, "Can you believe that?" Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Here's McDaniels. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league. A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
Now here's Morant. He's got 11. Clock at 6. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. Puts up a 3. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Porzingis with the steal. To the paint. Here's Heaney. The layup off target. And they're staring at a sizable deficit.
And still within reach, though, that they don't have to rush things. And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
1:51 left here in the third quarter. Here's Morant. He's off on that one.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Now, here's McDaniels. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. On the clock. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Memphis leading by 10. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. The shot by KD. No good. .102 left in the third quarter of the game. A nice shot by McDaniels.
Well, smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Seconds left to play in the third. Outside Pippen.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Here's the screen. Here's Dillingham. Out to DeRozan. Pass to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. From deep. He can't get that one. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Led by as many as 14 points. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
At all times, he's on the court. Green is active and physical. He loves being in the middle of the action.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Count it.
Letting a guy sneak by for a putback off a free throw, that is inexcusable.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Here's Christie. That 3 off the mark. He gets it up. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And the Grizzlies leading by 11. Pass to Peterson. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Yeah, that's a great find by Morant. He draws so much attention, there's usually someone open.
Here's Dillingham. Grizzlies with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. They get the rebound. Edey. 3-pointer. Peterson, that's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Pass to Dillingham. DeRozan on the wing. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, it's not easy to keep a shot out of Porzingis' reach. He has such long arms.
Here's Edey. Now here's Durant. 6 to shoot. And it's Memphis with another.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's Dillingham. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that.
Timeout. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's foul number 2 for him. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
And here is Gilgeous Alexander. Pass to Reed. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Morant outside. Here's Peterson. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Peterson's got 12 points in just the second half. Down low. Stolen by Durant. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Yeah, when Morant gets a step to the hoop, he's looking to drop that hammer on it.
To stop the drought. And Gilgeous-Alexander with the nice bucket inside.
A nice move to create a gap there in the defense and get to the bucket.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Makes it off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points this quarter.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Grizzlies.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Pass to Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Assistant, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Christie. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Here's Paul.
3 points.
Pass to Christie. From past the arc. And that one is off. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A 3 off the inbound. No good. Shot missing. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Coming onto the floor for your Grizzlies, number 1, Scottie Pippen.
Wiggins with the block. And he recovers it. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play.